week. And finally, my third point is what could be the way forward without creating the impression that there are some substitutes for full EU membership. Because during the last couple of years, we have witnessed several political and economic initiatives like the Regional Economic Area, Berlin Process, Open Balkans, just to name a few. And strangely, some of them were branded as cheap surrogates for the real thing, or for the real, and they are kind of a hindrance for candidate countries to get faster and closer to the EU. But I would argue otherwise, because if you take a closer look at previous enlargement rounds, you see that there are some specificities in all their procedural features. And all these different initiatives and ideas can be used as stepping stones. For example, in the case of Austria, and this was very interesting to find that Austria applied for EU membership on the 7th of July 1989. And only 3 weeks later, the Council agreed to launch the accession process. The membership negotiations of Austria started in '93, and full membership was reached already in '95, as we well know. And during this time, Austria was an active EFTA member. And while at the same time, the Delors Commission was started to prepare the European Economic Areas agreements, which were specifically crafted to build a bridge between the then EEC and the EFTA countries. And the application of EU membership did not hinder Austria to sign the EEA agreement in '92. What's more, Austria was in deep negotiations to finalize its membership when the EEA agreement entered into force in '94. And nevertheless, Austria got a full-fledged membership in '95. So what I'm trying to convey here is that apart from the incredibly short timeline that Austria got a full membership and settled all these things, is that neither EFTA nor joining the EEA hindered Austria's aspiration to gain full membership. And in the case of the Western Balkan countries, you already have political, economic initiatives, but you also have cooperation of platforms with various institutional frameworks, such as the CEFTA or the energy and transport communities. And you also have the almost forgotten stabilization and association agreements, which are bilateral instruments. So in my view, all these existing instruments can be reused, altered, or re-equipped with additional features and functions for the purpose of the so-called phasing in. And the new methodology of the Commission already hinted in this direction. And the example of Austria, but we can find it in also many places, it's obvious that if there is a political will, there will be a way to achieve the goal. But with that thought, I'm getting back to the square one, is that we need to embrace the true political nature of enlargement, and that is a political one, and that's a conditio sine qua non. And because there is no administrative bypass, no checklist, no benchmark or legal instrument that can save European politicians the trouble to finally take some difficult and highly political decisions. But I think that is called leadership, and that is what we need the most now. Thank you.